Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. We're catching this move actually live right now. Hopefully you all can hear me. So put the comment in the chat if you can hear me. Because right as I started the stream I got the notification that the big dump was happening, so cool. We can actually like watch some live action for once on the stream, so I don't want to like waste too much time with the introduction, but I hope everyone's doing well. Hopefully everyone can hear me. And let's watch this. I'll have my bot up here just to see if it gives a signal. I might give a long signal here. Be cautious on this one. Just be wary. You know, this looks like a pretty big move. But yesterday, what I was saying, if you ever caught the stream, was I was anticipating at least a breakdown just because it was Labor Day. Like, so like a pump during the overnight session and breakdown. We haven't had a major breakdown just yet. I think like the target from last year's fractal is like 16,000. Would give a target of like 16,500, but we haven't made it just yet. But cool. Finally. So let's just take a look at the daily chart and jump right into this. So this is the daily chart on Bitcoin. What we usually do is we do usually go to the actual USD perp. So let's just take a look at that. Let's just turn the bot off. I'll check the bot in just a minute just to see what it is saying. But we're finally breaking out of this value area low. You know, obviously you're going to need a daily confirmation. But this move does look pretty nasty. So if we go back up and close above 1960, let me just move it over. Excuse me. Yeah, around 19,600. And then obviously, we can just take this as a really nasty wick down, taking stops out. But I'm essentially just looking for this wick down here to be filled. Higher turn time frames. But until then, I don't see a reason for a bounce, honestly. So, cool, we're catching this move. This is actually something to the live stream, at least. Let's take a look at our bot. Not that. The bot does say to long, to build along throughout this candle. So, let's see how that plays out. But nice, we're actually getting some movement coming into this. Is this any major fib level? It just might be the daily support and resistance level. I believe actually on USDT perp, this is in fact the value area low. So just be cautious of that. Maybe not cautious, but just be wary of that this might actually get a decent bounce. On the USD chart, it was actually a daily support resistance level as well. So if you are still short from above, probably good idea to take some, at least some profits. But let me just go over, I don't want to get rid of this chart because we are watching this. See if the signal plays out. It might be you know, it might not work out just the best. Hopefully, I think you can at least get a decent bounce off of this. But let's see what in the traditional markets, if my computer ever wants to load, caused this major move. Okay, come on. We want SPX. Screw this. Let's just see. Did we lose that major daily level? Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. What I've been saying is closing below this level of 3,910 on the daily time frame. So we haven't done that just yet, but it looks like we're probably going to today. Invalidates this little daily uptrend for me and gets real nasty for Bitcoin with essentially no medium term time frame. bounces, like 4-hour type bounces, things of that nature. Obviously, you'll set higher lows, but don't expect an uptrend anytime soon, in my opinion, after this closure. So let's just see how this all pans out. How is everyone doing? Is everyone short? Did everyone short? Let's just take a look at Ethereum. We can just go over to this chart, take a look at Ethereum, and see how that's all playing out. Let's just see. Small term time frames. Oh, we got a lot going on. Okay. Bang. Bang. So we finally broke out of this value area high. So we were making our way up towards this range highs. But right now we're just retesting this value area high of this previous within this range. So it's actually not a terrible idea to take some profits in long. Like, Bitcoin looks like trash, to be quite honest. Like, you might get a short-term bounce. I'm getting notifications on my watch about everything plummeting. But Ethereum actually looks decent for continuation upside, assuming this level closes above this level. Closures below, let's just get exact, or exact as we can. 1615 essentially will just give you targets back down to this point of control. Small term time frames, 1 hour. I wouldn't say we invalidated anything just yet, to be quite honest. Like, we didn't invalidate market structure. Market structure, I would say, gets bullish market structure gets invalidated with any closures below 1575. So still not too much to be concerned about on Ethereum, to be quite honest. And let's see if this signal plays out. We built longs within this candle. Let's see. It would be pretty cool if it did. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Let's just take a look at that. I know today's a bit of a... I got too excited. I'm too excited. I have to calm down. But Ethereum versus Bitcoin skyrocketing, finally coming up to these highs, which I've been waiting for quite some time after that we broke out of the 786. So finally, coming up to these to this level, and probably going to be getting a retest. Once again, this is pretty typical behavior. Not necessarily in this time of the cycle. It's not that typical behavior, but when we just look at the Bitcoin chart and we look at the Ethereum chart, like we have, like, Ethereum is obviously much stronger. So right now, so this makes a lot more sense, and it's cool. So it could be Ethereum 2.0. Like, that's basically the only theory that I would play around with. But yeah, so just continuation to the upside, retest this high, and then honestly, if we break out of that high, which I think there's a good possibility that we might, I believe it come back up to this macro 786. So everything is finally playing out. Yeah, actually this 618, we never even got a retest of the 618. So you essentially just come back, test this 618. Which in this time of the cycle isn't going to be very promising for Ethereum, but it'll still bump it at least. Hello, Hustler. Hello, Sedum Gains. Hello, everyone. Good to see everyone here. Yes, it was a bit slow, but I was expecting this dump at least to happen today during the NY session, so it's good to see. Yeah, cool. Anyone have any coins you guys want me to look at? We already went over Bitcoin, already went over Ethereum, already went over Ethereum versus Bitcoin, already went over SPX. So throw your coins in the chat. I guess I could just, in the meantime, look at like Litecoin maybe. Yeah, not looking too good. Excuse me. Litecoin's just been chopping around. It's very interesting, very interesting. I think maybe ADA will provide something just a bit more interesting. Possibly, maybe. Throw the coins you guys are looking at in the chat. I wanna no, I haven't been looking at much. I've been working on other things, but ADA, yeah, still within this range, actually just coming back to fill this fairly gap, as well as the point of control at 46.53, so in line. Hello, Liquid. Hello, hello, everyone. Just watching this dump in real time, so yeah, that's basically my thoughts on everything. Just continuation to the downside seems likely. Obviously, you're gonna have short-term time pullbacks and along the way. Oh shit. Okay, so apparently, if you chain link, yeah, no problem. Apparently, if you, I just got the message. If you signed up for my, you got access to my bot today. Apparently, all the default settings are 0. They're not supposed to be. They were supposed to be my optimized settings for Bitcoin. So I will fix that after the stream, just in case anybody has that. I guess I can advertise it during the stream, while I get this chart all cleaned up. My bot is now, you can try it for a week. I'm giving everyone a week. If you guys want it longer than a week or whatever reason happens to be, it might become 2 weeks, whatever. Go into the Discord. There's a section called Grogu's bot. I tagged everyone, and just fill out a Google form and just ask you for your TradingView username, so I can add you to the list on TradingView. And I just asked for your Discord name just so I can like message you, and be like, these are the default settings, blah blah blah. And just have that conversation. So just be wary of that, but I will fix that. So yeah, I will fix that. Don't know how that happened. It's default for me, so I don't know why it wouldn't be default for everyone else. Nonetheless, let's take a look at Chainlink. Once again, still range bounds, came up to this value area high. With these types of coins, you want continuation candles, right? This isn't a break below. This isn't a that's basically the only example we have on this coin. But these types of coins, these types of lower liquidity coins, especially this time in the cycle where there's just not a lot of traders around anymore, liquidity is low, you want continuation candles outside of a range, outside of any support and resistance breaks. So this isn't a break above the value area high. So essentially, you just got rejected off of it and come back down to your point control right here. It's $6.31. If I pull our Fibonacci levels, bang. Let's just pull our range Fibonacci levels and come down to smaller term time frame market structure and see if anything got invalidated. And I would, yes, consider this candle, unless we get a huge major wick, to essentially be invalidated at $7.07. So you invalidated upward bullish market structure right here. So where you expect to pull back into. This candle right here, we can take a look at the 50-minute chart just to get a bit of more of an exact, not more of an exact, but just a smaller, range just to get a more of an exact picture. But yeah, after this closure, I mean, you even need a wait, but you pretty much invalidated bullish market structure. Let's just take a look at smaller term time frames just to see. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty candle right here. We can just extend this to be right here. So right here, between $7.23 and $7.18, roughly speaking, you expect a pullback, and then continuation to the downside. There isn't enough price action right here to get like an invalidation or validation for pullback, if that makes more sense. So this is what I would essentially look for until price action prints more candles, and we can form more clusters, and we can take it from there. Excuse me. But I think right now we're bouncing off of the 618 of this range. So yeah, you would expect at least hopefully a slight pullback at this point. But I guess it all that depends on the Bitcoin. What will the price for your bot after the trial ends? I don't know. That's why I asked in the Google Forms, like, for your opinion. Some people gave some interesting answers. I have a very wide range of answers. First of all, for like definitive answers, some people were like $10 a month, and then some people said like $200 a month. So I have a very wide range. Some people gave some answers of like percentage of the profit that it makes me, or something along those lines, which is I enjoy that idea a lot more than just a flat rate. Like, I think I would do that. I just don't know how I would be able to actually do that. So I don't know. Basically, I don't know yet. We'll see how it works. There's still some things to fix, right? Cosmetically, of course. And I still have like a bunch of coins to run optimizations on. And if you read the notes on the bot, also, it depends on the price of Bitcoin. So, you know, these settings won't work when Bitcoin's in the 40,000s. So I would have to adjust it. It only takes a few hours to adjust. And once I adjust it once, then I just have, like, once I have the settings for a price range, I can just reuse them. So I will have to do that. But yeah, like, there's no real rush or anything. Just some people are asking me, like, some people blatantly asked me to buy it out when I first showed them it. So I was like, well, just here you go. Just try it now that I have it at least set up a little bit more. Yeah. So I don't know. Sorry. Probably not that expensive. Hopefully. Hopefully we'll make you more. But try for free. There's no, like, royalties in a sense. Yeah. Essentially, that's what everyone's. That's what they were talking about, which I enjoy. I just can't find a simple way to go about doing that. If anybody has any ideas, you can tell me. Please do. Cool. I don't want to make that all about this, but let's talk some other coins. Chainlink looking pretty good. Thank you for the shout out on that one. There's a big move that occurred. Throw your trends account. Let's take a look at Gala. I do enjoy Gala. I believe we were at a pretty critical macro level, if I remember. Maybe not this chart. Yeah, no, not this chart. Excuse me. Or is this one of the charts that got rid of my bubbles? Yeah, we'll come out and retesting this this macro 382 that I have set out. That's what I've been waiting for quite some time. 15-minute time frame. Looking nasty. Let's just go back to Bybit. It's the only thing that's getting invalidated. I would assume you already invalidated this uptrend, or yeah, you just broke out of this range. So at least you come back to fill this fair value gap. So I guess this play is still technically within. Yeah, this play is still technically valid until you get a closure below. What is this? 48.06. So until you get a closure below 48.06 on the 1 hour, this play until the 618 at 5 cents right here, 53.79, is still valid. So until you close below it, this is actually still valid. That'll give you a nice 11% without leverage. So actually take a look at on that. I love a fake out and now head to 23,000. I'm still getting notifications that everything's down on my watch. 23,000. Let's see. I believe, I apologize for my dog. Oh my God, I'm getting a million notifications because every trader group is now going like crazy. There's actual movements. It's not just a broken range. I don't want USDT. I want USD. Fake out and continuation to 23. 23 definitely is a bit far away. I think that can definitely... I mean, look, now the range doesn't get validated until you actually break out of the range, which, to be fair, is another 7% away. So, I understand why you're coming from, but I just don't think there's time in the cycle for that to occur, quite honestly. Like, we have our projection to be set out. Ooh, let me just get rid of all this. Like, we just have our... I mean, well, of course, as Bitcoin, anything, like, 2 days, and it could be $10,000 more. But if I actually go to the right chart, which was Bitstamp, yeah. We're essentially looking at, I was like between this point of control and this Fibonacci level, at November 7th, and yeah, this is a pretty, like, even on daily time frame, like, you don't got a lot of time left, so I don't see a major pullback, anytime soon. I could easily be wrong, like trade level to level, obviously, but this is getting pretty nasty, to say the least, once you break out of this range. So right here, I think you definitely have the possibility to get a short-term bounce, some take profits on some shorts, maybe be careful building along, right? We got the bot signal we also had the value very low on the USDT perp. So we are expecting at least volume to be balanced out at this point, so a slight pullback to the upside, but I don't really think excuse me, any macro continuation to the upside. But throw your coins in the chat, guys. Anything that you've been looking at, I would love to take a look at as well. Just for fun, let's just see what where Bitstamp's value or high, value low. Yeah, so it seems to be that this might actually get a good bounce, because we actually have this value area low here as well for the Bitstamp chart at essentially just 19,000 even. So I think there's definitely a good possibility that we might get a slight bounce soon. Are we building any divergences? Let's just actually look for that, because that will be definitely interesting if we are. Yeah, you are kind of, if you get a pullback. Let's just look on the why do I keep on doing that? Now I have a habit of using this pair. You definitely might be building some divergences here. Nothing of major consideration just yet, but yeah, just continuation to the down, slight pullback, probably to around, I would say, just pulling back up the chart, to about 1965. Right, come back and fill this imbalance back up, and then get your continuation to the downside. I don't see anything more than that. Again, pretty nasty targets to the downside at this point. SPX, let's just take a look. We can watch it live, see if it's actually dumping to hell. We're holding this line. So this is the line that I don't want to see. It's interesting to at least to see that we have some divergence building on the Bitstamp, the Bitcoin chart and SPX, where you typically like to see them in unison, but right here we actually formed a lower low, Then here, right, we formed. Oh, actually, formed a higher low. But Bitcoin obviously broke down. So it seems that crypto is definitely getting a bigger hit, which is in line with everything else, being risk off in a risk off environment. So unless we have, yeah, I don't know. This might actually get a bounce. So I won't say anything definitively for medium-term time frames until we get this closure. This could just be like the last major dump out before coming back, retest that point control. But yeah, I won't say anything until this daily closure occurs. Might have gotten a little too excited earlier, just because I was excited that I was at least streaming while this happened. But how is everyone's day going so far? Now we have a lot of people in the chat here, and it's been very humid, and it's finally raining today. It was actually pouring right before. So how's everyone? Is it raining by you as well? I know we have a lot of different people near. Just come back to retest this value high, probably. You pull it. Unless it change dramatically. Come back, retest this point control. Yeah, rejection, continuation. What? Yes, I. What country are you from? You're what? Is anything even Bit is actually holding up. Oh my god, Bit's actually alive. Bit's getting its monthly funding from Bybit. That's why its pump is increasing. I don't know if anyone actually knows that, but the project itself, Bit, they're just getting the monthly funding from Bybit. So at the beginning of every month, they usually typically bumps. Stalker behavior. Alright, relax. Relax. This long signal's kind of working out. I just kind of got this mini swing failure pattern forming, so I'm doing alright. Alright, guys. Oh my god, my dog. I'm just waiting to see what happens with this. I mean, I guess you could take this as a 4-hour, but really 4-hour got invalidated up here, so it wouldn't take too much emphasis on this. Just a reminder, guys, join our Discord's link in the description below, completely free and everything. That's where you can find all of our information. A lot of good traders in there. Excuse me, all. You can try out the bot for free and everything like that. So join down there. All right. This it's basically just become a watch party. We're just waiting for targets. Waiting to see where this actually closes. If we can get back above this at the very least. my god, my dog. The more I look at it, the more I kind of agree that we might actually go back up to 21. There's just not a lot of time left. I mean, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, Liquid. So, oh, play with the camera. All right. Alright guys, well, no one wants me to look at any of the coins. I won't like waste time, because we're just gonna be sitting here waiting. I gave you my levels, what I'm looking for, you know, where I expect things to continue. So really, just watch that SPX daily closure. That will tell you a lot. Look for a slight pullback in Bitcoin, I think. Like short-term time frame, like we're talking like 15-minute time frame. Pull back to the upside now for Bitcoin, and then continuation to the downside, assuming SPX closes below this level and everything. So, thank you all for tuning in. It was pretty cool to catch that at least live. Hopefully things of that nature continue, because it's been really hard to stream every day while things are really boring. So at least we got to some like actual live levels to talk about and some trade setups, at the very least, rather than just like just shopping around doing nothing. So thank you all for tuning in. Links in the description for the Discord, completely free. A lot of good trades in there. Come join. Also, if you trade on Bybit, we do have a link in the description below for 30% off all your fees, just as like a full with transparency or whatever. Like, we also get a percentage of the fees that you trade with, so like help support the channel, but you also get decreased fees. So there's like a mutual benefit. So like, you know, links in the description below for that as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll start streaming my bot right after this. I'll fix the default settings, because apparently all the default settings are 0 for whatever reason. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.